screw CPAs. I'm investing all of our money into Dink Doink. GM. GM, boss.
How are you doing?
Well, I had COVID. So pretty bad.
Yeah, that is pretty bad.
This is a pretty rough month last month. Anyways, how are you doing?
I'm actually not doing good.
Why are you not doing good?
Because I'm looking at our budget.
Oh, no.
We're going to find solutions here, is what I'm hoping that we do on this call. Would you like to go through it together?
I don't have any solutions. I only have problems.
Yeah, actually, I'm the problem guy right now. Okay, so this has been the second worst month that we've ever had as a company. And the only reason why it's second is because the first month we had to pay a whole bunch of money for the loan that we got. So that's the only reason why it's the second worst. Should be the first.
Second worst in terms of like what?
Net income, also revenue.
Okay, so we lost a lot of money, is what you're saying.
I'm saying that we lost quite a bit of money. The reason why is because what's been carrying us a lot of these months has been onboarding people. When we onboard people, it's a huge chunk of change. And we didn't have any historical onboarding. If we onboard someone, we don't charge for it. But if we have to do historicals, then we charge for it. And so we didn't have any historicals. We did onboard one person this month.
Yeah, we got $250 in MRR this month. Don't discount that.
We ended up losing someone from June to July.
What was the net effect of like what happened?
Well, that plus reducing the expense for someone else, the cost for our services for another different client. The net effect to that was about $1,200 less in bookkeeping income. So that's monthly recurring revenue. And on top of that, we didn't have any onboarding. So that's kind of
a lot of damage.
It's a lot of damage. Plus, we're supporting someone. This is the highest month of payroll expenses that we had. If you're hearing this, employee, we're okay. We're okay. We're not insolvent. Okay. What are we going to do about the future? What is our pipeline looking like?
It is not very full.
We have one client in there right now, right?
There's one person in there. Pretty healthy sized business though. So I'm pretty confident that we would book him. Bottom line is we just need more.
Well, first, how do you feel about that?
I was kind of freaking out. I was kind of like feeling anxious about it last night.
Don't lie to me. Because you're feeling great right now?
I do. I don't know why, but I feel like decent. Last month was really hard because I was sick twice out of 3 weeks. I didn't have as much control over what was going on from a sales side of things. Couldn't go out like networking with people. I couldn't work on anything marketing wise. That was just kind of a bummer of a month. I don't know if that had a direct impact on sales.
I was going to ask you, do you think that you not being available to do things impacted our ability to make money?
In theory, right, we should have this engine that just brings us new clients. I feel like right now, the engine that we've built or are building is kind of sputtering. So it's there, it's kicking up. There's new clients coming in every month, but it's not enough. So I still have this responsibility to go and fill and do and all that kind of stuff. In that sense, I'm sure it played a role, but I don't know why, but I do feel okay. I think that we're starting to do a lot more marketing. We recently started on TikTok.
Plug the TikTok real quick.
At amarlo.co. Follow me, watch me dance, watch me lip sync.
You should dance.
You think?
What do we have to do to get you to dance? When we hit 5 clients from TikTok, then you have to do a TikTok dance.
All right, bet. If we get 5 good clients.
Inquiries. No, so if we get 5 inquiries.
That's different.
So if we get 5 inquiries, you have to do it. Yes, then you have to do a dance.
We're doing a lot more SEO stuff. There's more blog content going out. I'm kind of coming to this point now with historical blog content that I've been working on, that my time is more freed up now to go and work on other stuff.
Why is that important?
Blogs are important because they increase the discoverability of our website on our search engines. So Google, Bing, Yahoo, Ask Jeeves, for example, ask.com, all the big ones.
What about Yahoo Answers?
Yahoo Answers, huge one, huge market. Mainly it's Quora is what we're looking for.
I was thinking about it.
That allows us to be more discoverable online, and ensures that like our website actually gets traffic, so that people come into our website, they see what we're doing, they get engaged with it, and then they inquire.
And then you do a TikTok dance.
And then I do a TikTok dance. That's correct. Yes. There's a lot of things going on. I know that they're going to take a while to pay off, but they're happening. And that's at least something to celebrate. I guess the next question is like, what do we do?
There's not much we can do right now. We have to show growth every single month. And that growth needs to be 1,000 plus a month. If we have zero increase in income, in about 3 months, we're going to need to start pulling levers. What we need to basically do is give ourselves a pay decrease and instead pay some distributions. Or we don't do distributions. I think in 4 or 5 months is no distributions, just a decrease in pay. And so what that does by switching from payroll to distributions is it lowers the cost of payroll taxes. It's not substantial. It's not like a ton, but it's a couple $100 like a month that we can save just from a cash perspective. We just need to double to get to a point where things are just not sputtering, essentially.
It's fun. It's kind of like, oh, well, there's nothing we can do, but also something needs to be done.
Yeah, something does need to be done.
Fatal pinch of entrepreneurship.
I think what's hard for me sometimes is feeling removed from the factors that push us to grow.
Tell me more about that.
I'm like more removed from the sales side, and I don't have a direct impact to bringing people into the company. I feel like there's a burden of responsibility on you. I see you like going through the thought process of like, okay, how are we going to do this? And I'm like, okay, I'm not thinking about that right now. Having this separation of duties, so to speak, makes me like feel bad. Like I need to be a part of that.
Do you have a desire to like be more directly tied into it?
I 100% full-heartedly trust you to be able to solve this problem. It's not a control thing. It makes me feel like I need to be doing something. Why are we not putting our 100% efforts into ensuring that like, okay, this problem is getting solved?
I completely understand where you're coming from. It kind of sucks to feel, removed like that. Doing what you are doing now, which is essentially like taking care of all of the companies that we're working with now, basically like freeing up my time to go and have the bandwidth to like work on that kind of stuff. That's huge. And that's a direct contribution to helping solve the problem. And I know it doesn't feel like a contribution, but it is. And especially with like you and our employee too, being able to trust that you guys are handling everything operationally, like that's huge.
I do appreciate you saying that a lot. If it's something that I can actively do, like I would be more than willing to do so. We were talking a little bit yesterday about some potential avenues that we could go to enable us to get people in the door soon. I think you were talking about calling CPAs.
It's like the relationship avenue. For some, it can be like a really fast, like, oh yeah, like great, we're in, we're done. Let's do it. Let's work together, Mm-hmm. For other people, it's like, yeah, cool, that sounds good. See you never. I just don't know. I think that's the hard thing. But one thing I could do is like, I'm part of a BNI chapter. Like I could go hop into other BNI chapters and visit. I've done one before. Didn't really get much out of it. But the problem is like I've met a lot of CPAs, maybe like 2 or 3 of them out of the, 20, 25 that I've met are like solid and like want to like work together, all that kind of stuff. So
why do you think that is?
I think it's a personality type, or like because the personality type like flows into the way that they run their business.
So do you think that there's any way to get around their personality?
Incentivizing, maybe, if it's like mutually beneficial.
What can we do to make it easier for people to partner with us? I wonder if there was a way that we could make the onboarding process easier of strategic partners, because I think that having strategic partners is
really helpful.
It is, and I think it's proven to be the most helpful in the growth of our business so far.
I agree. It just takes time.
We got 3 to 4 months.
Right, exactly. Kind of where my mentality is like, is it worth it now to do a lot of things generally pretty well, blog post a week, NGMI, posting on social media, meeting with like our networking group, trying to meet with CPAs, 5 different things. If I add on something like, all right, want to create a course to generate leads, maybe invest in like digital spending or what, I don't know. If I focus on 7 things over the course of 3 to 4 months, I can do that. But then, like, is it more impactful just to focus on one thing and do that at like a God tier, S tier level? And I don't know.
If you could focus in on one thing, what are you most leaning towards?
I feel like there's a very short-term cash opportunity in selling a digital course. Like, I really genuinely fully believe that that's true.
Yeah, I think that you should start there because I think that you're right. Be just a really good opportunity to get more awareness out there. I think like for us, are you really excited about the course?
The most measurable impact that we've seen so far has been, like you said, from strategic partnerships. And so I feel like logically the goal should be go out and find more people to like partner with. But like my brain is also kind of thinking like, well, I don't know.
How many CPAs have you met with? And I would say currently we have like 1.5 strategic partners.
At least, 5 have been like, oh yeah, like, I'd love to work together. It sounds like you can make my life easier. And then just crickets. So 1.5 out of like really 5 that have.
What is the quantifying of how much time it takes to meet with 20 CPAs? It's at least 20 hours.
You got to find the person connected to them, and then we get the introduction, and then like meet with them, and they're always busy.
Probably double that, probably 40 hours. And then how much revenue did that turn into? Monthly recurring revenue of about $2,500.
Probably like 3,000 or 4,000.
Okay, so our current revenue, monthly recurring revenue, is like 6. For July, it was 6,000. So 40 hours is worth a bit. That's kind of the conclusion that I come down to.
I don't know. See what you're saying. I was on a call with Ryan, our marketing guru. Just kidding. Marketing coach, I guess I would call him. Hi, Ryan. I know you're watching this.
Hi, Ryan.
We're going to do some paid ad, PPC on Google Ads, targeting local, like Southern California stuff, because I think that is going to have the most immediate impact on getting us traffic and leads, probably better qualified leads than if we did Facebook right now, because I don't have anything developed for Facebook.
How long is it going to take?
Your guess is as good as everybody else's.
So it's not good? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. I have no idea how long it's going to take. Hopefully less than a month. We should start seeing clicks in the next few days. I need to design a couple of landing pages that go with the keywords that we're targeting, and then that will help, I think, convert better.
So what's your strategy on implementing this thing?
Strategy?
Yeah, like, are you putting in a lot of money? Are you putting in a little bit of money?
$5,000 a day.
That's it?
We're going to shoot for $20 a day now. I'm going to increase it probably when I build landing pages. And maybe I'm going to give it a week, increase it next week.
What's the benefit of increasing it next week versus today?
I don't have any of the components in place to get it done today. So if I increase it today, we'd just be flushing more money down the toilet. At least right now, one of the campaigns is learning.
So it has to go through a learning stage.
One of them does. There's 2. So we're going to try it. And we're going to track it.
Mm-hmm.
And if it doesn't work, I am going to sue.
You're going to sue Google?
I'm going to sue someone. But yeah, we really need the money. Well, we don't need the money. We need the sales, the future sales.
Why don't we need the money?
I mean, we have money.
Okay, so then why are we doing this then?
Well, because we don't have enough money.
Like, are you excited about it? Are you nervous?
It's kind of, there's so many things that we haven't done. And what I discovered last time when we did Facebook was that like the people that we were targeting were the wrong people, just like straight up the wrong people. And so it wasn't that we were failing at digital advertising. It was that we had the wrong demographic or psychographic or segment, basically. So I feel excited to try again, knowing what I know now. And I feel also very conscious that this is not the only thing that we're doing. I'm doing a blog post once a week with NGMI. I'm doing an NGMI every week. I'm networking. I'm like doing all of these things. This is just like another piece to the puzzle. It's exciting. I really hope it works.
I think that I'm excited about it as well. It feels like with the Facebook stuff, we were like almost choosing a very specific niche that was very difficult to be able to identify on Facebook. Business owners, I think we were maybe doing creatives in the beginning. Now though, we're targeting like, oh, if you search this thing, the likelihood that you need our services is like extremely high. And so therefore we're going to be in front of you. That seems a lot more promising, I think. We'll have to find out in like a month.
We're gonna. Give me your thoughts in summary.
In summary, I get worried about it. And kind of how like you felt worried when you were sick and you, like it was outside of your control. That's how I feel. I'm like sitting here asking questions, just trying to understand, see if there's an avenue where I can like help. I think we're gonna make it, even though the title of this show is not gonna make it. I think we're gonna make it, and it's gonna be a little stressful on the way there. We've come a really far way. We've come a long way, and I don't see it just dying right now. So I feel good. I feel worried, but I feel optimistic.
We can deal with that.
For about 3 to 4 months, we can. You know what? This has been the worst 30 minutes.
That's horrible. What do we do?
You should dance.
Can I get a clap?